China and the United States should share global responsibilities, Xi tells Biden. Concerning Ukraine, during a phone chat with U.S. President Joe Biden on Friday, Chinese leader Xi Jinping stated war is in no one's interest. Biden was attempting to prod Beijing into joining Western criticism of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The 150-hour phone chat finished at 10:53 a.m. in Washington, 14:53 GMT, according to the White House. During the call, Xi said, according to official broadcaster CCTV, that state-to-state relations cannot reach the level of armed conflicts. Xi was cited as adding that China and the U.S. should bear international obligations, as well as declaring that peace and security are the most valuable jewels of the world community. Their future does not lay in siding with Vladimir Putin, Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman said earlier Friday on CNN. The White House remained tight-lipped about whether Biden would threaten China with economic sanctions during his conversation, but a reaction was on the table. With already heightened U.S.-Chinese relations over Taiwan and trade conflicts, Biden and Xi's capacity or inability to achieve an accord on Europe's impending crisis would have far-reaching ramifications. When Xi and Putin met at the February Winter Olympics in Beijing, just before Putin unleashed his attack on Ukraine, they symbolically solidified their strong alliance. Since then, Beijing has stood out by refusing to join the worldwide outrage against the invasion, instead siding with Russia in blaming the US and NATO for European tensions. Again, in keeping with Kremlin talking themes, Chinese officials refused to call the incursion a war. China, on the other hand, has sought to stay somewhat vague, proclaiming support for Ukraine's sovereignty. Former advisor on China to President Barack Obama, Brookings Institution scholar Ryan Hass, believes Beijing must sift through its competing agendas. China's and Russia's interests do not coincide. President Xi is attempting to strike a balance between opposing objectives.